Welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are in San Diego to face the Padres today. We do have an off day tomorrow, so I am going to get the subs in today. Give everybody an extra day of rest. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. So we have one last day in San Diego, then I think we then have the Pirates and the Padres again, both at home, since we've been on this 6-game road trip. I just realized I put the guys in the game, but I didn't move around the lineup like I meant to. So this is going to be interesting. I don't remember who is batting where. Oh well. Here's Kester to lead off against Glendon Rush, and he takes strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Trying to think. Oh, that one just foul, just on the wrong side of the left field line. And that pitch up and out. And a swing and a miss, strike three. I think the only kind of egregious spot will be Martinez batting sixth. I mean, Sweeney's not really a cleanup hitter, but he'll be able to hold his own there. Miyake batting second, grounds out to second. That'll bring Chief to the plate. 2 down, nobody on base. And he opens up with a too-high fastball. Gets that one down into the zone. 1-1 the count. And that fastball up and out. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And looks at strike three. So nothing doing in the top of the first. As we go to the bottom half of the inning, Adrian Gonzalez will lead off as he has been for the Padres. So you look at our defensive lineup, which that part's fine. Jonathan is starting this game. And he winds and delivers a ball to start the game. Gets a slider in for a strike. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, strike two. Grounds that towards first. It does get foul. And a swing and a miss, strike three. Spilbor's at the plate. He's had an excellent series against us. Opens up with a too-low fastball. Swings and misses at the second pitch. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss, strike two. That palm ball misses the plate. 2-2. Jonathan gets the call on that outside corner fastball, strike three. 2 down, Michael Barrett at the plate. And that palm ball outside. Grounds this one to short. Kester picks it up, gets it over for the last out of the first inning. No hits, no runs for either team in the first inning. Sweeney is going to lead things off for the Squirrels in the second. So Sweeney usually hits a few home runs a year. although he's only rated at a D power. Lines this one down the left field line for the first hit of the game for either team, and turns that into a pretty easy double. So leadoff double for Quinton. He's batting right-handed, and he looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. Hits that one hard down the right field line. That's going to score Sweeney, and Quinton will cruise in for an easy double. So 1-0, still nobody out. Runner still on second. Martinez at the plate. Looks at strike one. And he's going to come up with a hit. That's going to score Quinton, I believe. Yes, he should get in there easily. So RBI single for Martinez. A quick 2-0 lead. And that'll bring Zach to the plate. He looks at strike one. And he's going to put that into center field for a hit. Martinez will have to stop at second, but Glendon Rush just falling to pieces here in the second. 2 runs scored so far, still no outs. Phil at the plate, looks at strike one. And he's going to smack that towards second, looks like a double play. Khalil Green even takes an extra second at second base and still able to get it over for the second out. So Rush maybe will be able to get out of this with only 2 runs, as the pitcher, Jonathan, at the plate has an 0-2 count. He's going to ground it back to Rush, who will get it over and end the first half of the second inning. But not before the Squirrels can score 2 runs and really threaten for more than that. We move to the bottom of the second. Edmonds is going to lead things off for the Padres, and he takes strike one. He's going to ground that to short. Kester will get it over for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Kuzmanov to the plate. He pops that one foul. Swings and misses at a curveball, 0-2. And gets a backdoor slider for strike 3. 2 down now. Khalil Green at the plate. And that slider ran too far inside. Goes with the curveball this time. That one is in there for a strike. Gets that backdoor slider again for another called strike, 1-2. He pops that to third. Chief grabs it, and that does end the inning. So Jonathan doesn't go the route that Glendon Rush did in the second. Indianapolis 2, San Diego nothing. And we've got Kester already back at the plate. He struck out his first time up. He looks at strike one. Grounds that one up the middle. Rush knocks it down and gets it over to first for the first out of the third. Miyake will come to the plate. He grounded to second his first time up. Swings and misses. Looks at strike two. That changeup too far inside. 1-2 the count. And looks at strike three. That'll bring Chief to the plate. He struck out his first time up. Said he's been slumping a little bit lately. Average still at 370, but it was up nicely over 400 not long ago. Has an 0-2 count here. That fastball inside. Chief watches it go by. That changeup too low. Evens a count at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Rush bounces back nicely after a rough second inning. Maybe it's just the top part of our lineup it's not going to contribute today. All right, bottom of the third. Jody Garrett is going to lead things off. He starts off with a strike and then a ball. 1-1 the count. And that one outside. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And called strike 3. Alex Crabb at the plate now. He takes a strike. Jonathan really working that backdoor slider today. Can't get the backdoor curve, though. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss on a palm ball. 1-2. And that slider too high. And softly lines that to second. Phil handles that one for out number 2. Glendon Rush at the plate. Batting .091 this season so far. But you take whatever you can get out of your pitcher. So 0-2 the count right now. Doesn't go chasing that curveball. Does chase the palm ball, however. Strike 3, that will end the first third. Indianapolis 2, San Diego nothing. And Sweeney will lead things off for the Squirrels in the 4th inning. Sweeney doubled down the left field line his first time up. Takes a strike here. Pops this one foul, but it will make the seats behind home plate. Or more technically, I guess, hit the screen. Fouls that one away as well. Still 0-2. Pops that one up. Barrett will have a play on that one, and he makes it. 1 down. Quinton at the plate. He doubled down the right field line his last time up and drove in Sweeney for the first run of the game. Looks at strike 1 here. Looks at strike 2. And grounds that one to second for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Martinez to the plate. He singled and drove in Quinton his first at-bat. I don't call him Clutch Martinez for nothing. 1-1 the count at the moment. This is not a clutch situation, I should note. But he does come through with a hit up the middle. Just out of the reach of Khalil Green, so 2 singles today for Martinez. Zach also had a base hit his last time up, though his did not drive anybody in. And he is going to ground right to first base. Gonzalez picks that up and steps on the base himself to end the top of the 4th. Still 2-0 Squirrels. Do want to note before Gonzalez takes the plate that Rush was starting to look a little tired there towards the end of the 4th inning. So we'll see how much longer he lasts in this game. Anyway, Adrian Gonzalez takes the ball to start this at-bat. He grounds this one towards short. Kester picks it up and gets it over for out number 1. Spilborn struck out his first time up. I'm not sure that we have gotten him out twice in a row in this whole series. A 1-1 count at the moment. Jonathan really working him up in the zone. That one misses. 2-1. Swing and a miss on a high palm ball. 2-2. Finally throws a curveball low and gets Spilsboard to come up empty. 2 down now. Michael Barrett at the plate. Jonathan doesn't get the call on that fastball. Fouls that one away. 1-1. In there for a strike on that curve. And up and out on a fastball. 2-2 the count. Jonathan winds. Throws the palm ball, and he gets a swing and a miss to end the top of the... Or no, that's the 4th inning. Excuse me. Squirrels 2, Padres 0. We go into the 5th inning. Phil will lead things off for the Squirrels. Phil hit into a really killing double play his first time up. Gets a hit here, though, into center field. We'll see. He just might have his average over 200. Jonathan shows bunt. And the first one is fair. And he might beat that out. Oh, just barely. Got the sacrifice, but it looked for a moment like he might get the hit. Thought it might roll foul, but Kuzminov apparently decided it was going to stay fair. Picks it up, throws it over, and just barely gets Jonathan. So one down, runner on second. Kester at the plate. I believe he has struck out twice today. He's going to put this one into center field for a hit. Phil is just slow. I can't even say anything nice about that, but he is able to score on that hit to make it 3-0. That'll bring Miyake to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. He grounds to second. Green to Crab, to Gonzalez, and only gets the out at second. Miyake able to beat out the throw to first. 2 down, Chief at the plate. He's also struck out twice today. At least I'm pretty sure he struck out that second time. Grounds this one up the middle for a hit. And Miyake's going to make the turn to third, and he will be in there safely. So that'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs for Sweeney. And the Padres are going to go to Ledesma to take over for the rest of this inning. Rush still responsible for the runners on base, so this could be a 5-run outing for him. We'll see what Sweeney does here. He looks at ball 1 and pops that into shallow center. That'll get down for a hit and a run. Chief turns for third. The throw comes in, not in time. So RBI single for Sweeney. Runner still on the corners. 2 outs for Quinton. He looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And a called strike 3 on the outside. Ends the inning, but not before the Squirrels can tack on 2 more. We're halfway through the game. Indianapolis Squirrels 4, San Diego Padres nothing. In the bottom of the 5th, Jim Edmonds will lead things off for the Padres. And he starts off with a fastball for a strike. And another fastball for a strike. And Edmonds does not get that over Sweeney. Sweeney jumps up and makes the play for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Kuzminov to the plate. He struck out his first time up. And he starts off with a strike. That palm ball too far inside. And that one in the dirt. 2-1 the count. That one is going to get down for the first hit for the Padres. Breaks up the perfect game in the 5th inning. That'll bring Khalil Green to the plate. And he takes strike 1. Swings and misses, strike 2. Does not get the call on that palm ball, just off the plate. 1-2. Grounds this one back. Oh, I thought Johnson was going to make the play. Instead, it goes to Kester. Flips back to Phil for the out at second. They're not able to turn it to get Green, though. So runner on first. 2 outs in the inning. And Jody Garrett at the plate starts off with a strike. Starts off with 2 strikes, actually. That palm ball too high. And gets a swing and a miss on that palm ball to end the 5th inning. Padres do finally get a base runner with a hit from, I believe that was Kuzminov. We move into the 6th inning, still 4-0 Squirrels. And Martinez will lead things off. His average up to 182 with a couple singles today. Looks at strike 1. And he's going to pull that one to Kuzminov, who throws over for the first out of the inning. Zach now at the plate. And he looks at strike 1. He gets a hold of that one. Did he get all of it? Oh, just off the top of the wall. That's going to be a double for Zach, but just a foot or 2 off from being his 2nd homer of the season. Oh, very close. So 1 out double. That'll bring Phil to the plate. His average up to 191 after his hit last time up. Has an 0-2 count at the moment. And that changeup in the dirt, 1-2. And a called strike 3, iffy pitch to me, but it is a called strike 3. That'll bring Jonathan up to the plate for his last at-bat of the game. Assuming we don't bat around. He does come up with a hit, though, just inside the line in right field, and that's going to actually be an RBI as well to make it 5-0. That'll bring Kester to the plate. He takes a strike. And next pitch off the plate, outside, 1-1. 2-1 on after that changeup, too far inside. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And ground ball to third. Kuzminoff ends the 6th inning, but not before the Squirrels tack on yet another run. 5-0 Indianapolis now. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Alex Crabb is going to lead things off. And he looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. And then grounds to third, and Chief takes care of that one. 1 down now. Ledesma will stay in to hit, it seems. And he looks at strike 1. Sorry, my throat has gotten very dry the last couple innings. And Ledesma comes up with a hit to center. So 1 on, 1 out, top of the order up. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. And he lines to left, right at Quinton. I think he had to take maybe 2 or 3 steps back to grab that one, but that was it. Does not advance the runner. 2 down now. Spilbor's at the plate. So far, we've actually handled him today. That's not been the case the first 2 games. Has a 1-2 count at the moment. High slider. Spilbor's lets it go. 2-2. Palm ball in the dirt. Full count. 2 outs. Runner takes off. Spilbor's into left. And Quinton just able to get there and make that play to end the 6th inning. 2/3 of the way through. Indianapolis 5, San Diego nothing. And Miyake will lead things off for the Squirrels in the top of the 7th. And Ledesma is feeling a bit tired out there. Also just heard from the in-game announcer that Miyake is the only player not to get a hit for the Squirrels today. So we'll see if he can change that with a 1-2 count. Fouls another one off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So not this at-bat. That'll bring Chief to the plate. He struck out twice and singled so far today. He takes strike 1. That one too far outside. Ledesma continues to wipe his brow, and then Chief takes him out of the ballpark to dead center. Wasn't really even a monster shot. It was just a line drive that kept going and going. So his second homer of the year makes it 6-0. So he hits that solidly into the batter's eye, into the greenery out there in center. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate with the bases now empty and 1 out. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Don't think he was able to hold back on that slow fastball because Ledesma's tank is just about empty. Grounds out to second. That'll bring Quinton to the plate with 2 outs. And Quinton's going to come up with a hit into left. And that's going to end Ledesma's day. Going to turn to Hessman here to try to get out of this inning. Martinez at the plate. He's gotten a couple hits today. Looks at strike one here. Looks at strike two. Fouls that one away. And he's going to come up with another hit up the middle. A 3-hit day for Martinez. I don't know that he's ever done that before in his career. That'll bring Zach up to the plate. And that fastball a bit wild. Hits that one right to Khalil Green. He throws it over for the last out of the inning. It's stretch time in San Diego. Be back with you in a moment. Okay. In the bottom of the 7th. Oh, crap. Sorry, I was doing too many things at once. Turn the in-game announcer back down and make our pitching change. So we'll just pretend Gonzalez threw that first pitch. So checked on, if you heard my dog barking in the background, apparently she was just barking at her food while she ate it. She does that. I don't really know why. Anyway, Michael Barrett at the plate has a 1-1 count. Make that 1-2 after that cutter. And he takes a splitter and puts it into center field for a hit. So the Padres with a leadoff single. That'll bring Jim Edmonds to the plate. He looks at strike one. And that fastball up and out. Splitter in the dirt. Edmonds doesn't bite. 2-1. Swings and misses at that splitter to make it 2-2. And he's puts that deep. It's not going to leave the park, but it will be a ground rule double. So I guess in some way it left the park, but not the way I'm sure the Padres would have liked. So that does save a run from scoring. Puts runners on second and third. Still nobody out. Gonzalez off to a little bit of a rough start here. Kuzminoff at the plate. Takes strike one. Doesn't chase that fastball. Swings and misses on a cutter. 1-2. And swings and misses on a high fastball. One out. Khalil Green at the plate. Still two runners in scoring position. He looks at a strike. Doesn't go chasing that one. Doesn't chase that one either. 2-1 the count. Swings and misses 2-2. Grounds that one up the middle, and it will get through for a hit. One run is in. Edmonds had to stop and make sure it went through, so only one run scores. Runners at the corners, now 6-1 Indianapolis. Jody Garrett at the plate. Takes strike one. Swings and misses 0-2. And grounds that one to third. Chief goes to second for the first out. Not able to make the turn, however. Two down now. No runs scored on that play. Edmonds stayed put. That'll bring Crabb back to the plate. He has an 0-1 count. Pops that one behind first. Sweeney goes back and grabs it. And that will end the 7th inning. The Padres on the board, but have a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. We go into the 8th inning. Squirrels 6, Padres 1. And Phil will lead things off for the Squirrels. And he looks at strike one. Grounds that one up the middle for a base hit. That's 2 hits today for Phil. And we'll have a pinch hitter here. See if Marvin can steal a hit here. All right, batting right-handed. Marvin at the plate. Looks at the first pitch for a ball. Looks at the second pitch for a ball. And hits that one right down the line. It does get over third base for a hit. So single for Marvin. Runners on first and second. Kester at the plate. Still nobody out. Backdoor slider for strike one. Kester gets that into the outfield. Phil's going to try to score, and it looks like he will. And Marvin goes to third. 7-1 now Indianapolis. Runners on the corners. Still nobody out. Miyake, the lone Squirrels player not to get a hit today. And, just foul down left field line. I thought maybe he had fixed that, but no dice. 1-1 the count. This one will get through for a hit, so now we can say every Squirrels player who has batted has gotten a hit today. And he made it 8-1 in the process. Things getting ugly here in California. Runner still on first and second. Nobody out. Chief swings and misses for an 0-2 count. Doesn't chase that slider inside. Swing and a miss. Finally an out. Sweeney at the plate now. Still runner in scoring position. Looks at strike one. Pickoff attempt to second. Don't see that too often in this game. That one grounded foul down the first base line. That one grounded to third. They go to second with it for the first out. Not able to make the turn. So that'll put runners on the corners with 2 outs for Quinton. And he looks at a slider in the dirt. Swings and misses at that fastball. Another slider in the dirt. 2-1. Quinton puts that into the outfield. That should be down for a hit, and it is. Another run scores. Make it 9-1. Runners on the corners. Martinez at the plate. He's 3 for 4 today. Fouls that one away. Average right at 200 now. Swings and misses. 0-2. And that one too far outside. Martinez leaves it alone. Same with that slider. 2-2 the count. And make it a full count. And he grounds that towards second, who makes the play, and that will end the top of the 8th. But 3 more runs come home. 19 hits today for the Squirrels. Not a good day for the Padres. And we'll see if Zap can take us home these last 2 innings. I'll even let him bat if it comes to that, because he does start some games. Really, really try hard not to let the bullpen guys hit. Hessman hits for himself here, and why not at this point? Looks at strike one. That one fouled away. 0-2 the count. That one grounded foul. That fastball a little low. 1-2. Grounds that one to second. Phil should take care of that, and does. 1 down. Adrian Gonzalez at the plate. He's hitless today. And he gets a hit. Right on cue. Single into left for Gonzalez. Brings Spilborghs to the plate. I'll go ahead and say it. He's also hitless today. Although that has not generally been the case this series. So we'll see if maybe this is where he finally comes back to earth. 1-1 the count. Grounds that one. It does stay fair. Zap's going to field that and go to first. Does move Gonzalez to second, but 2 down now. Michael Barrett at the plate. He puts it into center, and I think Miyake will have that, and he does. Oh, I didn't realize we were quite so down in the order. So Zap will get an at-bat. But Zach will lead things off, and Hessman will stay in the game to pitch, even though he is tiring. First pitch in there for a strike. And that one lined softly to third. Kuzminoff grabs it. Phil at the plate. He also has his average up to 200. Looks at strike one. That pitch in the dirt, 1-1. Hits that one down the right field line, foul. 1-2 the count. Hessman winds and delivers a strike three. Swing and a miss. Zap at the plate, batting .500 on the year. Surely not very many at-bats. Looks at strike one. Looks at ball one. Fouls that one away. 1-2. And grounds that to third. Kuzminoff picks it up, throws it over, and that does end the ninth inning. Or top of the ninth anyway. So we have an 8-run lead going into the bottom of the ninth. Jim Edmonds will lead things off for the Padres to see if they can get a miracle. Zap starts him off with a ball. Fouls that one away. 1-1 the count. Doesn't get that call. Fastball off the plate. 2-1. Make it 3-1. Ground ball to second. Phil picks it up, and there is out number one. That'll bring Kuzminoff to the plate. He looks at ball one. Swings and misses to make it 1-1. And he's going to put that one into right or left field for a hit. 1 out single for Kuzminoff. That'll bring up Khalil Green, who has gotten a hit today. Looks at strike one. Pops that one up. Martinez gets under it in foul ground for out number two. Jody Garrett, who's hitless today, represents the last opportunity for the San Diego Padres. And he does keep the game alive with a hit into right. That'll bring up Crabb to the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Looks at strike one. And that pitch too low. Grounds that one foul. Thought it may stay fair, but was grabbed foul. 1-2 the count. And that's put into shortstop, and Kester grabs it for the last out of the inning. Not exactly a tight one today as we head out of California. Indianapolis Squirrels 9, San Diego Padres 1. Look at a few highlights here. All right, Quentin, in with your player of the game for driving in the first run of the game. So thank you, everybody, for watching. So we're off tomorrow, so we'll see you on Wednesday when I am fairly sure we play Pittsburgh at home. We will see you then.